Oh my God, I belched yesterday. Like,
you belched?
on the train, but it was like an inner belch. But it was like a like.
Oh God.
It was from the sparkling margarita.
That's why you shouldn't drink margaritas on the train.
But on the Amtrak, you could openly drink. Like, you don't have to hide it.
Just because you can
margaritas.
doesn't mean you should. No cold open?
That could have been a cold
Could
open.
have been a cold open.
Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome back to another episode of the And Voice Said That podcast. We're so happy you're here and listening with us. New episodes every Wednesday. All info is linked down below. Let's get into it.
Guys, I haven't filmed in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little rusty.
A little rusty.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say real quick? Housekeeping. I think the last episode that I was on is where I talked about if anyone out there has a crush on me, don't pay attention to the fact that I have raging hormonal acne.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't had a cystic pimple since then.
Amazing.
Now, is that not weird?
Very.
The second you fully accepted it into your life, it went away.
Literally, like the second that I acknowledged it and like spoke it into existence, it's crazy.
That should be me.
Like this little fucked up shit going on down there, but nothing crazy.
We were
Just thought
talking about like manifestation when I like with my coworkers, and she was like, when you say like when you negative talk, like you're putting that out there, and you wonder why. Like,
Well, I
happens.
did go ahead and put a lot of negative talk out there. about
yeah,
my
but
face.
also you were like,
put negative talk at
yeah,
About
but
my
you were like,
face,
I
yeah.
accepted it. You accepted it.
I did accept it. Yeah, you're right. I did.
So
Well,
I just thought that was crazy.
That is crazy. But like manifestation is something like the general belief around it is that you shouldn't chase things or else they won't come to you. It's likened to chasing a feather.
Mm-hmm.
The more you chase a feather, you're trying to catch it in the air and you're actually pushing it away.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to forget about it,
Mm-hmm.
let it go,
Just assume you're going to get the feather.
and wait for it to come down to you.
Yeah. Just assume that I'm gonna have clear skin one day. I'm
Yeah.
so excited. Also, how do we think this rain is gonna sound?
Ooh.
maybe it'll be like a good like
ASMR.
Yeah. I want to start this off with this week's panty riser
Oh.
because
We're starting with a panty riser.
I feel like I have a lot to say about this,
Okay,
and
let's hear it.
I feel like it's gonna go on for a decent amount of time. So
I'm all ears.
roll the clip. The panty riser of this week is a collective, and it is the Summer I Turned Pretty characters from the book.
Yeah.
They
Wait, isn't the strike over?
no,
No.
Fuck. Okay.
but
They were in talks this week.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So talking about the book,
Wait, did we all collectively agree this was the panty riser?
No.
Or are we just letting her run with
Let's
it?
let her run because I can't think of a panty
Let
riser.
her cook. Yeah.
because
I agree with this a little
Okay.
bit.
So Nikki and Meghan have both read the series. I am on the last book. And the characters are so fucking annoying. Like, it has ruined the show for me.
Third book it's bad.
The
You're in
third-
the trenches.
I'm halfway through the third book. I was like, oh my God, like I can't even feel bad for Belly. I hate her. She's so annoying.
She is annoying. I just think she's a stupid teenager.
That is true.
If Conrad Fisher was in my life, I also do really stupid things.
Yeah.
Also,
All the
think
time,
about-
consistently.
Think about how stupid you were when you were a teenager.
That's
Exactly.
true.
When it came to love, I was the stupidest bitch out there.
And when it comes to Conrad Fisher, come on.
But also Conrad Fisher is so annoying. Like, grow the fuck up. I love like sweet little baby Jeremiah. But in this last book, I fucking hate him. He's so annoying.
Taylor's Team Jeremiah up until the third book.
I know. I remember.
Well,
Last week at the date party.
he just had
Wait, who was Team Jeremiah?
me.
Yeah.
He
Was
just
it
said-
you that came out to me last week as Team Jeremiah?
No, I came out to you saying Taylor's Team Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Well, because I loved him.
I said I need to tell someone else this.
Yeah.
I loved him in season 1.
Yeah.
He was like
Cutie.
a little cutie. And then I read the books, and then even in the show, like, he just got this shit. Like, he liked this girl, and she liked his brother, and she keeps flip-flopping back and forth. She went from Conrad to Jeremiah, back to Conrad, back to Jeremiah, back to Conrad.
She's belly flopping.
You're kind of failing the sit still challenge.
She's so angry.
No, I get what you're saying. Here's the thing, though, is if I was in her position, I'd do the same shit. Because I see, like, good in both of them, and I see a reason to be with both of them. And, like, I can't guarantee that, you know, I'm a faithful woman.
And
But,
Taylor
like,
was just so
when it comes
annoying
to
in
the Fisher
book.
Boys.
Yeah, Beck's boys.
But are you really
Beck's boys.
Are you really meant to be with someone if you're not even sure about it the whole time?
It's just
Yeah.
they
You
pissed
know?
me off the entire book.
Mm-hmm.
It honestly ruined the show for me. Like, I'm like, ugh.
We'll come back to this when
When we
you
can
finish.
talk about
'cause
it.
the
but-
ending is...
Well, I know the ending.
Okay.
It was spoiled for me on TikTok.
Okay. It just kind of feels like everything was all for nothing.
But also,
But we'll get there.
actually, I don't know if I want to spoil it for you.
No, it's okay.
Are you going to read it?
Yeah.
Then don't spoil it.
Okay.
No, but I'm going to look it up on Wikipedia regardless.
Okay.
I'm just being honest here. I'm being honest.
I don't know-
I'm a ruiner. I ruin things for myself.
That's so Taylor, because I'll watch something and I'll be like, oh my god, it's so good, and Taylor will be like, what happens? And I'm like, I'm not telling you, you have to watch it. And she goes, I'm just going to Google it.
And that's so me,
Yeah.
Taylor.
If somebody knows something and I don't, I always need to look it up. But
I just don't have any.
so
I have the backbone of a jellyfish. Like I have no self control.
So close your ears for a second. So Jeremiah cheating.
No, she can't move.
Oh, sorry. So Jeremiah cheating.
I knew
was
that happened.
just him on spring break when they were on a break. That was the cheating, or is this something else come? Because I also thought that he cheated on her with Gigi or whatever her name is.
Who the fuck is Gigi?
I don't
No,
know.
it's
Hadith?
not Gigi in the book. I can't remember her name in the book. No, I don't really want to speak on this. Did you get to the peach scene yet?
The page?
Peach.
No.
Fuck.
Who fucks a peach? Call me by your name style.
Conrad Fisher fucks a peach.
And
Does
Belly
he?
eats it.
Ew, really?
No.
Oh.
No, you're lying. I can tell.
There is a peach scene.
What would that be in the book? That's a little too sexy for teenagers.
No, there is a peach
Well, now
scene
they're in
in the
college.
third book
Oh.
that like blows the Call Me by Your Name peach scene out of the water. For me personally.
Oh, yes. When Conrad wipes her. Yeah.
He wipes her what? I want to know.
Her
Her
vagina
mouth.
with a peach.
What?
No, she
You
like
gotta
had-
read the
She bit a
books.
peach and it was like juicy, and he took his shirt and wiped her.
Oh.
And she was
Mouth.
like, and she was just describing it. She was like, that was just the most intimate thing I've ever experienced. Like, it was so hot.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was so hot.
And then she brought home peaches for Jeremiah, and he's like, "You didn't get me strawberries."
Literally. And I just like can't stop foaming at the mouth thinking of when that, I probably can't say this, but when the third book comes to life in a different format.
Oh, Connor's
Connor.
perspective.
No, the peach
Oh.
scene.
Oh.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Oh.
It's going to be so hot.
How it'll play out on Redacted.
Yeah. On the third season of Redacted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be insane. But also, like,
Yeah.
in
He wipes her vagina with the peach.
Just wipes it just
but
once.
in Jeremiah's
crazy.
defense, like, they were on a break. I get her point where he didn't tell her. I would have been pissed, but I also would have been like, okay, we
It's-
were on a break.
It's also like it's not just like any other couple. Like it's
Yeah.
Belly and Jeremiah. You know, like for someone who like has devoted so much time, like you know, obsessing over her and like trying to win her over, and you know whatever. It just seems very uncharacteristic of him.
That's true.
But also, if you're on a break, you're going to get back together. If you know it's a break.
I haven't
True.
Why
read.
would you hook up with someone on a break
True.
unless you're actually physically broken up? There's no chance
True.
of
I haven't
reconciliation.
read the
His
books.
thing was, he was like, I thought we broke up, and she's like, why would you think that?
I'm not someone who like. I think if you're on a break, breaks are messy. Like just break up or don't break up. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's my point of view. You're either broken up
Yeah.
or you're not broken up. That's messy.
Yeah.
But I obviously haven't read the books, but devil's advocate for a second here.
Okay.
If he spent all this time chasing someone who's been flip-flopping with his, her emotions the entire time with him, I mean, yes, it's uncharacteristic, but also, like, he could be thinking, like, what is it all for?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I just obsessed
Because they're
with
about
her?
to get married.
Well, no, I know that, but
Well, after she found out that
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not saying this is true for me, but for some people, they need to be sure that they are with, like, not with the right person, but have those feelings by being with someone else and not feeling anything.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not saying that's the case
Like-
for me, and I
get what you're saying. I
he
get what you're
came
saying.
back
don't
and he was
want to do
like,
that, but
hey, while we were on this break, when I was on spring break, I hooked up with this girl.
He
I
fucked
felt
her?
nothing.
He fucked her,
Ugh.
and he also, it was a girl
What a
that
dog.
Jeremiah told her to never worry about.
okay.
Also, big
Someone who
detail from
made-
the book that
Yeah.
we're forgetting.
Yeah.
Her and Jeremiah never had sex. They
Yeah.
were dating for 2 years at this point.
Belly was a
They-
virgin.
forget it.
Belly was
what?
a virgin. Yes.
Yes.
Forget it.
Belly never fucked Conrad in the book.
I take back everything
Conrad
I
never
said.
fucked Belly.
I take back everything I said.
So that's
He's
why
done.
she was so mad they weren't.
Yeah, they
having
were
sex.
waiting.
No, okay, no, I changed my stance.
Yeah.
Garbage.
And then he went
I
and cheated
thought
on her
that
and had
she
sex.
had sex with Jeremiah
I'm
this
no.
entire time.
They
No.
slept together every night, next to each other, not intimately.
How do you sleep next to someone you're like attracted to that way and not do anything?
Probably because she's like, I don't know,
Because she loves his brother.
17, 18.
Because she loves his brother.
That's insane. Okay. My stance may have changed a little
Normalize
bit.
changing your mind after
When
receiving new
new
information.
And
Yeah.
we'll get into that later.
Okay, but
Yeah.
they are still panty risers of the week
Okay,
because
yeah.
they pissed me off the entire book. Like it's
No, it's
really
messy. I'll
like
admit it.
it's like it's taking me a while to get through the books because they just piss me off so much.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Do you want to do your panty dropper while we're in the
Sure.
swing of things?
Roll the clip. Okay, so I just can never be sat still and
Okay. Panty dropper. Take
Panty
3.
dropper. I'm
this
all
week's
ears.
panty dropper has been a panty dropper before,
Mm.
but he has resurfaced.
Okay.
And it's in a new situation. I think we've just had him as a panty dropper
In
as
general.
a collective.
Mhm.
But this one particular scene.
I
Yeah.
don't even think he was a panty dropper. I think he was just in the Crush episode.
He was in the Crush episode.
I don't even
yeah.
remember who the panty
Well,
dropper is.
We
so
could assume that we could assume that everyone in our Crush episode is a panty dropper.
Yeah.
Okay, who is
Especially
this again?
Kuj.
It was the prereq to the panty droppers.
So, oh my God, yeah. So this week's panty dropper is Oz
Ah, yes.
from the American Pie series.
None other.
But specifically
Mm-hmm.
in American Pie 1,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
when him and Heather are walking to the dock
Mm-hmm.
and he is telling her and he's like, this all started because, you know, we made this pact to have sex before graduation and like this was supposed to be our big shebang, but like I've really fallen for you. I was her, as we were walking, my panties would have dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Literally would have been so wet that they disintegrated.
Yeah.
Best way to get a woman to have sex with you is to say there's no pressure to have sex with you.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
Best way to make
then they
someone's
have-
panties drop.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
you
You
know
don't have to do it.
you don't have
No
to
pressure.
do it.
Whatever you
No
want to
pressure.
do.
No.
and then they
no
have this
pressure.
magical night on the dock, and then they wake up, and it's
Oh,
like
and it's so
sunrise,
romantic.
Although
and
I
they're
will
sitting
say,
on the dock, they're sharing a blanket.
when they're sitting on the dock, I'll never forget though, like the shot the angle it's shot from, it looks like what they're sitting on is about to fall in the fucking lake.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh, and they'd be so
and
wet.
he's so big and
Oh my
she's
God.
so tiny.
She's like nuzzling onto his
Mhm.
Fanny fucking dropper.
shoulder. Like
No,
it's
and-
like the light from dawn, like
and
illuminating them.
The best part is when they're all like talking about their nights and he literally just says, Heather and I just had a really special, magical night together.
And I'll leave it
And
at that.
that's
He said, and I'll leave it at that.
He's a
So-
mensch.
It's a mensch.
True mensch.
Oz is a mensch.
Should Nikki have a mensch of the week?
It
need a song.
Please. Can I have if Taylor gets a TikTok every week, then I should definitely get a mensch of the week.
Mensch of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, mensch of the week.
Do you have one right now?
I do have a mensch of the week.
Okay, wait. No.
But we'll get into it later.
Of the week.
Stop. What's that? What was that?
Not a hit in my book.
From that.
We'll get into the mensch of the week later.
Do
I've
you-
got to transition.
Do you want to do quickly your TikTok of the week? Because I have a feeling we're going to spend a lot of time on the date party.
Yeah.
Debrief.
Wait.
This
Pause.
is going to be a lot of me talking in the beginning.
Taylor's TikTok of the week.
Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week. She's watching TikToks left and right. It's Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week. Okay, so my TikTok of the week is 2 TikToks that I saw that I've decided
Classic Taylor.
that I've decided was a theme.
Mm-hmm.
So this week's TikTok is a theme,
Yeah.
and I will be showing you the TikToks.
Oh.
And this is what I expect when, not expect, this is what I think of when people say boys will be boys.
Okay.
I need to go to them. One moment, pause.
Is this what you want your son to be like?
I hope it's that one video of that little boy twerking who looks like Timothy Chalamet. You wanna find nobody else like me. Wow. That reminds me of the Barbie movie when the Kens are like playing all the
push you around.
yeah, then when they're all playing the guitar.
And so when the sentence is uttered, boys will be boys, that is what I picture.
Yeah,
Like,
and
they're
you're so
just
true.
a group of guys hanging around.
Just guys being dudes.
Singing Uncle Cracker.
Take you
For
for granted.
yeah. Yeah,
I'm
but-
sending you that song with the Ryan Gosling cover.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have a little crush on Ryan Gosling now?
No.
That hair color
His
is
arms, yes.
really
Him,
hard
no.
to pull off.
Yeah, he really pissed me off in that movie, but the arms, yeah. Yeah, I love Arm. You know, what can I say?
I love Arm.
So,
If there's one thing I'm sure of, it's that I love Arm. Also, like,
Oh my God, wait,
You
side
ever seen
note.
Crazy Stupid Love?
a while ago, yeah.
wait,
Oh,
I
Ryan
have
Gosling's
a point.
in it, he's
I have a
sexy.
point to hit though. Other than
Okay.
we say we love Arm a lot,
Mhm.
we do,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll raise you. I love Hand.
Oh, I love hand.
Well, see,
like a veiny hand.
A
like
veiny
for me,
hand.
the hand is already included in
In
the
the
arm.
No, and it is.
It's
but
just
like,
an added bonus.
But if
Yeah, it
Arm
is.
is covered, like, and it's actually a problem.
Hand can be enough
Yeah.
at some point.
No, hand
Finger,
is
the situation is
no,
dire.
No. If the situation is dire, like hand is enough for me. But it's
Yeah.
actually like
Fingers.
fingers. It's a problem. Like I have to consciously tell myself like you need to look away from the hand now because it's
Yeah.
going to be obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, I thought I saw the original I Love Arm in the subway,
What?
but I don't think it was him.
what?
The original I Love Arm.
From the movie Moxie. Is that the movie?
Oh, hands.
You saw him in the subway?
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know what
hands.
we're talking
Like
about.
different than
Recently?
arms.
Yeah.
Nico Haraga. That's hands.
Oh,
Hands.
that is hands.
I Love Arm. I thought I saw, like, I looked quickly and I had to look back, and then I don't think it was him, but it
Would've-
might have.
That was like the other day.
Fallen
I
into
was
the
riding
tracks.
the subway with Dave Portnoy.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, your ring scared me.
Is it an eyeball?
Look at her face.
Yeah, I don't. That.
I
She
got
wears
it.
that all the time.
I wear it all the time. I got it, and
Well,
it's
it's never looked me in the eye.
Just a final. So, TikTok of the week. That was Boys Will Be Boys.
Yeah.
Everyone in agreement.
I would love if like the worst thing man could do is just gather in a group and sing Uncle Cracker.
or play like Free Bird.
Yeah.
alone in their room.
Yeah.
Free bird.
I think I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
When
Also,
do you
I-
think of Boys Will Be Boys?
I grew up with like pretty much only women. My dad had long hair. I never really heard anyone say the phrase "boys will be boys."
What the hell's this?
What the hell is this?
You heard that?
Oh, I heard that enough for several lifetimes.
What the hell is this?
What the hell is this? Yeah, I grew up around a lot of boys. Not,
Did they all play Freebird for you?
no, but they were all like, you know, like I got told if I was going to hang out with the boys, I had to act like a boy.
Ew.
Why would they say that?
Because I got whipped off of a jet ski and I was like,
I got whipped.
because the boys were all tubing and one of the dads was driving it and he's like, Taylor, like let the boys have a turn just the boys, like you would be the spotter, because that's like the law, you have to have someone spotting.
Yeah.
So I was sitting on the back of the jet ski, and like I had my back to his back so that I can be like, hey, someone fell off.
Yeah.
And he turned it so hard that I flew off the jet ski.
Oh my God.
And I was like, you just flung me off the jet ski. And he's like, Taylor, if you're gonna hang out with the boys, you have to act like a boy. And
That's bullshit.
And my dad was anchored off in the middle with his boat, and I went, take me to my dad now. And I was like, I was like, I can't believe you said that. Blah, 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 blah. And then like 5 minutes later, he came jet skiing back up, and he's like, we're done for the day. And on the back is his son crying because he got whipped off the tube. And I was like, if you're gonna act with the boys, you have to act like a boy.
Because
Stop
of course,
crying.
like when it happens to you, it's like you're dramatic and making a big deal, and you're not
Yeah,
allowed to be upset.
you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like one time I was hanging out with my boy cousins, but they weren't paying attention to me due to the fact that they were playing on the Wii. Shut it off.
Girls will be girls.
And girls will be girls.
And then they yelled at me and I ran away.
yeah.
Girls
the fact
will
that I
be
went-
girls.
I just shut the Wii off in the middle of their game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then I was always like, psst, like still to this day, it gets me so mad. I'm like, you flipped me off the fucking jet ski. Like it's
so
not, I
annoying.
didn't cry. I was just like, you flipped me off. Like, how'd you even do that? And I got told. So then I found it funny that his son was the one who was crying. Pete Davidson and Madeline Klein are dating.
Oh my God, yes!
Dude, he is
How is that
fucking-
not on the docket for
He
today?
is fucking flinging his horse cock around Hollywood like nobody's business.
Hollywood, New York, Charleston. He's going global. Oh my God, he dated that girl from Bridgerton.
Taylor named 3
Phoebe.
American locations and went, he's going global.
Well, and then he dated the girl from Bridgerton. Well, over the pond.
He's on his U.S. leg of his tour right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did Pop Crave confirm?
Pop
E-News.
Crave did confirm.
Wow.
Taylor gets her news from E-News
Okay.
because she's on Instagram, whereas we get it from Pop Crave
She's
because we're on
chronically
Twitter.
on Instagram.
Yeah. Damn.
I also
That's
wanna
really
say,
hot. I love her.
If
Pop
you-
Crave needs to branch out.
I also just want to do a little PSA. Anyone ever DMs the pod Instagram and you find yourself in a conversation, just know you're speaking to Taylor.
I haven't been on it in a few days.
Our fans are waiting.
I know.
They
I
are
need
You
to
gotta
respond.
respond to
If
them.
you're messaging any of us on Instagram, it's almost definitely Taylor.
Yeah. Okay, wait. So should we talk about the guy on Hinge real quick? And
Oh,
then
yes. Let's
last
talk about
30
the guy
minutes
on
talk about the
Hinge.
date party?
I'm also now realizing that my phone is recording, though, so I can't pull anything up.
It's okay. We don't
Okay.
need anything right now. Okay, so I'll kick off this story.
Kick it off.
So recently, this guy liked me on Hinge, and
Just touched my-
sorry,
just kicked my foot.
Sorry.
Like footsie.
sorry.
We're just so close.
This guy liked me on Hinge, and I have this thing on my profile where it's like a picture of me and JoJo, and you know you like add the little like caption thing. My caption is like she's single too.
Which,
by
thank
the way,
you.
if you're interested, you're welcome.
Thank you.
And you're welcome for that. And no one's ever like said anything. They haven't really mentioned it before. Like it's just there. And this guy, he liked me, and he was like, "Oh, like that's so nice. You're like advocating for your girls too,
My girls.
My girl.
My girl.
my girls." And I was like, "Yeah, like, are you interested? You know?" Because I was like, good for him for being like upfront about it. You know, if he is. And he was like, blah 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 blah, saying like some more stuff. No, like, is it bad if I say I'm more interested in you? And I was like, no, just checking. And then I didn't, and then he said something, and then I didn't respond for like a day. And then he texts again, and he says, actually, I am a little bit more interested in your friend. Which is a crazy,
Bold.
crazy.
He
thing.
didn't even
you
know
want to talk
that-
about flip flopping?
He didn't even know that we lived together.
He did not even know that we lived together, not alone, or let alone friends, but like literal
We were
roommates, podcast co-hosts,
We're colleagues. We're
literally
roommates. We're
colleagues.
friends.
Yeah.
Side hustle
So then
warriors.
the plot thickens because I obviously screen record this and send it in the group chat to the girls, and the plot thickens about 2 hours later.
Not 2 hours later, I'm checking my Hinge likes, as I do routinely. This man has sent me a like with a comment. So as you remember from, oh my God, it was like episode 11. It was our collab. We went through our Hinge profiles, and my prompts pretty much stayed the same. There's one prompt that I have that says, like, we have the same love language if you like pressing your leg against the person next to you when someone says something weird. And I can't remember exactly what he said because I don't have my phone in front of me, but it said like, that's how you know you two are on the same page. And a little like crying, laughing emoji. I said, is this the same man? He had a very specific name.
Yes.
A very uncommon name. And I immediately send it to the girls and I'm like, oh my God, this guy, what are the odds? What are the chances? He's resurfaced. What are the chances? And about a year or two ago, Nikki and I used to get a lot of the same guys who liked us on Hinge. It would almost routinely.
Who would send us the same line.
The same line. To the point where we thought that we were getting pranked or something. Yeah. It was the same guys liking us, which was interesting. So we said, okay, we're filming later. Let's cook. I want to send this man. Let's cook. We're going to cook. So right before sitting down to film, we were sitting down looking at my Hinge. And I handed Nikki my phone. You want to say what you sent him?
So we said like, oh, you matched with him, and you were like, oh, a little birdie told me that you were interested. Can you figure out who it is or something like that? And he was like, do I get a prize if I win? And we were like, yeah, like put your big NYU brain to work and figure it out. And he responded literally immediately and was like, oh, like, ha ha ha, I'm going to guess the little birdie's Nikki.
By the way, this man was in the chat waiting.
He wasted zero time. He had to have, like, put that all together beforehand because he literally got it, like, immediately. Which, I will say, if a guy did that to me, my first instinct wouldn't be Hinge. No. I would probably like check with other guy friends and be like, do you know this person?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, did your friend set us up at one point?
Yeah, like who is this? Like I can't believe how quickly he got it. I will say he did put that big NYU brain to work.
He did. That big fat NYU brain.
And then we ghosted him.
But also guys would never say that because they don't talk about that stuff.
You forgot the funniest part. So we responded and said ding ding ding. And
what
then
did he say?
He is in the
I'm
chat.
Shaking.
No, he said he said my heart is racing.
Oh,
my heart is racing. What's my prize?
He said my heart is racing, and then like double texted and went, "What's my prize?" And then I ghosted him because he wasn't. He wasn't
your lid.
Yeah.
No, he's not my lid.
That guy was not your lid.
That guy was not my lid.
Yeah.
It's
It's Gilmore Girls fall.
Fucking finish Gilmore Girls.
No,
it doesn't get better.
No. It's literally Gilmore Girls season. We're finishing it if it kills you.
Okay.
We're also finishing New Girl.
Oh, I'm finishing Glee
too. You never finished New Girl?
I can't talk about no.
Okay.
I can't talk about
Meghan,
it right now.
My first start Gilmore Girls because I want to restart it.
My first priority is finishing season 7 of Riverdale. I'm saying it.
Okay.
And when I finish, I've already started working on my list. We'll be taking a segment of my top 5 favorite plot lines from Riverdale, and I'm gonna explain them to you guys.
Okay.
I've
already decided that.
That'll be really good content, actually.
Yeah, because I watched up until season 3 or 4.
I watched seasons 1 and 2.
Anyone get to the tickle porn episode?
No.
Okay.
Tickle porn?
I watched.
What was the season with Chad Michael Murray? That was the last season I watched.
I think that was season 4.
That might have.
That was so bad. I fucking hated him in The Farm. It was awful. But Evelyn Evernever is in season 7.
I don't know.
His daughter.
Let's table the Riverdale talk.
I really only remember the Gargoyle King. That's the last, I think, plot point.
Spooky.
Yeah.
So
you also
scary.
have to watch the last season of Stranger Things, the latest season.
Too scary.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it.
I'm not watching it.
Watch it during the day.
I haven't watched it either.
Not the same.
Not the same as what?
It doesn't matter if I watch it during the day or at night. I also just spent 4 nights in a haunted hotel.
Okay.
Let me live.
Okay. We're tabling
That's
this.
enough spooking.
We're done spooking Nikki.
Okay, so who's going first?
Stop spooking me. Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor, you go first.
Okay. So last week we held our second date party. The coveted, everyone was asking for it. Our second date party.
You mean party?
Yeah, just a party.
Our second hangout. So I was tasked to bring more than 2 men.
It's your God-given right.
I had 3 people cancel on me. I would have.
She failed.
I did fail.
She wasn't even catfish this time.
Wasn't even catfish this time.
Debatable.
No, he looked like his photos. I knew who he was right away.
Okay.
Not like last time.
Oof.
Where I had to question and be like, is that them?
Oof.
That
I remember
can't
that feeling
be.
all too well.
Rack up our following count and I'll show you the picture. Better yet, I'll invite him on the podcast. You know what to do.
Yeah.
So, my date. Also, okay, so I think I mentioned this in an episode where he called me. Did I talk about it? How I embarrassing encounter?
Yes, when he was like in traffic or something.
Yeah, and he called me.
Oh.
So that is who I brought to the date party. So he had actually ghosted me the entire week. So I texted him on Friday because I was like, I had 2 people cancel, and the one guy was like I was like, I hate you. I really hate you. Like, he was like, I'm gonna wear, because we were talking about sports, and he's like, I'm gonna wear this shirt just because you hate this team.
Oh.
And I was like,
a woman hater. Awesome.
Ick.
and I was like, that's just like, okay, like, if you're joking, whatever. But I was like, I don't want to hang out with you.
That's kind of like the guy that you went on a date with who was like, oh, like, Sam Adams is a fall beer. Watch me order one right now.
Yeah.
Just to like prove a point. Like, why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
Why do you hate women?
Why do you hate women?
So I texted, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it for the plot. So I texted him, and I was like, not that he's going to answer me because he's ghosted me all week. And he, almost to me, because I texted him, and I was like, hey, not sure if you still wanted to come date parties this week. The date parties tonight. Because the one kid who I thought his answers were really funny, like blah, 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 he canceled because he literally messaged me on Hinge and went, I don't think I have a shot with you, so I don't want to put my heart out on the line.
I'm just such a stupid, lame loser who brings nothing to the table. Why do you even want me?
Like, I matched with
That's
you. I
baiting.
said that I
It's baiting.
liked
He
your
wanted-
answers. Like, I thought,
He wanted you to be like, no.
yeah. So
Don't
I
hurt
was
yourself.
just,
You're so sexy.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, well, if you want to come, like, let me know. I'll let you know where we are.
Yeah, like that's one thing I will never beg.
No.
You want to prompt me? I won't beg. I'll fucking leave you on red.
Yeah.
So then I invited this kid. I haven't thought of a nickname for him.
He doesn't need one. We're not talking about him anymore after
Yeah,
today.
we're definitely not.
After today, he's being cut off.
Yeah.
So,
I'm taking your phone and blocking his number.
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, seems fun. Like, I'll come. And I was like, okay, like, you've literally ghosted me all week. Like, what the fuck is this?
Mhm.
What the hell
What
is
the hell
this?
is this? What the hell is this?
So I kept like, he was like, okay, he was coming from Queens, and he was like, okay, like, I'm gonna be a little late. And I was like, actually, we're gonna be a little late, because I had told him like 9:30, and he was like, okay, like, I'm gonna get there like 9:45, 10.
We didn't leave the pregame until like 10:30.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, we did not show up until almost 11.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, looks like it's gonna be more like 10:30. And he's like, okay, like, I'm running late, like, I had to take the train, the subway, my Uber, and like, now I'm walking because the Uber dropped me off 20 blocks away. And I was like, okay, like, see you when I see you. Like,
Uber dropped you off 20 blocks away.
Ridiculous.
I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
So we get there, and I immediately knew it was him. And
He was there when we got there, right?
yeah, and he was sitting at the bar, and I told Quinn, and Quinn went,
Oh.
I'll go up. And so Quinn went up, and apparently Quinn was like, are you here for Taylor? And he said yes, and she went, she's a great girl. You should treat her with kindness and respect.
My sweet Quinn.
Like, all
I'm also the thought of Quinn going up to this guy is so funny, because his first reaction probably would have been like, you look a lot different than your profile.
yeah. And so then she came up to me and she went, it is him. He's very excited to meet you. Go on. So I went up and I was like, hey. I gave him a hug. It was kind of weird. Like, it was very like,
You kind of know when like you
Yeah.
meet someone like, oh, this is kind of gonna be a bitch to get through.
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, and then so our friend Caitlin brought her guy friends from Charleston, and they told me, like, if you need an out, like, give us a look and we'll get you out. And so I immediately locked eyes. And her friend Brian was like, do you need me? And I was like, just give it a minute. And I was like,
You're telling him to give him a minute after you went.
and
oh
I went,
my God.
I was like, and then I turned him and I went, you watch me. Watch me. So then I turn to him and I'm like, hi, how are you? Like, so sorry we're late. Like, he tells me the whole story again, how he had to run from the Uber, like, whatever. Grow up. Like, would you like a drink? And I was like, I would have a vodka soda, please. And so he did buy my drink. So that good on him.
Okay.
So then I was like, oh, did you bring a friend with you? And then this kid next to him goes, hey, my name is Chuck. I've known this kid since I was in diapers, basically hyping him up. He was in the army. He's in the firefighters academy now, like blah, 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 like going on and on and on. I'm like, I know. Like, it seems great. And I'm like, so you're from Queens? And he's just like, yeah. And I was like, oh, so did you go to school? I've known him since we were in diapers, like blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, oh, cool. And then I was like, and then I turned to the kid and he goes, I don't know who that is. I just met him at the bar.
Classic Chuck.
That's classic Chuck. And Chuck was like, come on, dude. She's totally buying it. Like, you could have.
And you probably totally were.
I was.
Yeah.
And
she did not believe Chuck.
Yeah.
That's so Taylor-coded of him.
It's so Taylor-coded.
And then in my
he loved
head,
lying.
In my head, I thought he would never go with a plot with me. Like, if I wanted to plot at a bar, he would not do it with me.
And is that, in fact, why you chose to kiss Chuck instead of your date?
I don't know if I kissed Chuck
You did,
or not.
because we went to the bathroom together.
No, he did. He kissed you.
We went to the bathroom together, and you went, I kissed that guy in front of my date, and my date is still here.
No, we got conflicting stories because later, towards the end of the night when we were leaving, I was like trying to rally everyone to leave, and you just look at me and you go, that guy just kissed me, and I can't really remember it, but I know he did. And I was like, what guy, Taylor? Like, I didn't even know Chuck was like in the picture at this point because I was on the other side of the bar. I didn't know who Chuck was.
My back was turned to Chuck the whole time.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner this week with Caitlin and Gwen, who were at the party. And I go, did either of you two see Taylor kiss Chuck? And they said, no.
It's
Taylor
Chuck
kissed
that
Chuck.
Taylor.
But also,
But no one saw the kiss happen. We only heard it from your lips.
From the
I
perspective,
remember getting his number.
but from the perspective of your date, if I'm on a date with someone and I see him either kissing or getting kissed by another girl, message received, you know? Like,
Kissing my maybe best friend since diapers.
Yeah.
Cold-hearted.
message received, I'm not going to text. I'm probably leaving.
Yeah.
Probably.
So then I don't, okay. So that all happened. He was like, no, I don't know him. But my friend Gary is coming.
Crazy name.
The Gary of it all.
The Gary of it all.
Chuck and Gary.
Chuck and Gary. So I'm talking, and then I go over to Caitlin, and then I'm talking with her, and I'm like, I don't think I like him. Like, he's kind of boring. Like, not that he isn't. He seems fine, but I was
He
just
has an interesting take, actually, that you're saying that
Wait, on who?
my date.
on our date. She just called him boring.
Like, like nothing about him excited me. Like, this is gonna make me sound really harsh, but like, I should be excited. Like, I should want to kiss you. Like,
That doesn't sound
the
harsh.
thought of me like I would have
I have a feeling it's about to get harsh.
if he kissed me, I would have kissed him, but like,
to be polite.
yeah, but like, it wouldn't have excited me.
You would have risked getting the makeout cooties from him?
I mean,
Wow.
She got him from Chuck.
Yeah.
So then I remember, because I was like, Caitlin, I think, like, what I liked about Chuck is that he was so like outspoken.
He had
Like,
nothing to lose.
He told everyone at the bar he had a different job.
A different job. He
Yeah.
just loved lying, and I think I was like, oh my god, like, slay.
Yeah.
So
You're attracted to a man who lies.
and I was like, I think I would rather. I said to Caitlin, I was like, I would rather him as my date. Like, he seems like he would be a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Classic Chuck.
Yeah.
he was like, all right, I'm heading out, and I was like, no, like, stay, like, come to the next
No,
bar with
please,
us.
Chuck, please
I want you to
stay.
stay so
And he
So
was like,
bad.
no, I have to go home. And I was like, let me get your number.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
he was like, all right. So he gave me his number. And I remember getting his number. And I think maybe that's where he kissed me. Or I don't know.
A kiss happened.
Maybe.
Maybe. Allegedly.
We can't confirm or deny. The
And
only
that's
person
okay.
that would know is probably Chuck.
I was just going to
It's
say
one of
Chuck,
those-
but also field trip to Judy Z's and look at their security footage.
But also, it's one of those things where it doesn't matter if it happened or not. You just say it so many times, that's the new truth.
It is the new truth.
It's the new truth.
I'm saying the truth was that Chuck kissed you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I like kind of could picture it. Like I could kind of remember him kissing me after he gave me his number. But also I could just be making it up because so many, like I've heard it so many times.
Kiss was so good that you just blacked out. Been there.
Those are the best kisses.
Yeah.
Also, the reason we were so fucked up at Judy's was because we essentially just had a party here before. It wasn't even a pregame.
Yeah.
It was a full
We were
party.
just having a... That's my water bottle.
Oh.
We were just having a party here.
The date party just turned into a hangout.
Yeah.
It just turned into a hangout due to the fact that we invited so many people on accident, and most of those people were couples.
Yeah.
We invited
So-
too many buffers.
Most of
many
those people
buffers.
were wifed up.
And we decided that the next party is going to be
Singles
only, but also no one's like coming. Wait, what did we say? You can come with a date. It's not required.
So
but
coming
you
with
have
a
to be
date
single.
is not required. It'll be welcomed if you happen to find a date. Like if someone's interested on going on a first date with you to the party, but everyone has to be single. No
buffers.
No buffers.
No couples.
No situationship. This new date party, it's also going to be a holiday party.
Yeah.
Singles only. You got to be single, not dating or seeing anyone. And we said
Chuck.
we should invite Chuck.
We should.
And we all said
And Joe and James.
we're going to hold ourselves
They
accountable.
might not be single.
If anyone here by the party is involved with someone in that capacity,
You kicking me out?
they're not coming to the Are you? If you're not single, how can you come to the singles party?
But yeah, so I'm going to trust Drunk Me, who Drunk Me kept going up to everyone and saying, I hate him.
Yeah,
you did.
You did. You went up to inside my ear. Also, we'll get to Megan's date, but Megan had just spilled a drink down my back, and then Taylor comes around from the side, whispers in my ear, "I hate him."
Yeah.
I spilled a drink down your back?
You did.
Wait, I kind of remember
Down
touching
my
your butt.
corset.
I remember touching your butt.
Was I wearing a corset? Yeah, a corset.
Can I give my POV on Taylor's date?
Yeah.
So basically, we had taken a standing table and then like a couple sitting tables. I was sitting down, and Taylor, date plus Chuck and crew were standing on the other side of the bar. So I was just like observing a little bit, didn't really know what was going on. All I knew was that Taylor was clearly not into this guy because they could not be seen like closer than 6 feet apart.
They were social distancing.
They were
She was quite
they were on
literally
a
running
socially
away from him.
distant day. She was running away from him. So all of a sudden, it was like me and my date, and then my friend Vanessa. At like a 4.
And Vanessa's boyfriend, Christian.
Chase.
Oh, wait. Chase's boyfriend, Christian.
Yes.
Vanessa's boyfriend, Chase's boyfriend's Christian.
Yes. But no, they weren't in the conversation. It was like literally me, my date, and Vanessa at this point. And JoJo was sitting at like the 4th seat. So then Taylor comes over and goes to the bathroom with Joe. And then, so that 4th seat opens up, which is across from me. As soon as Taylor leaves, Taylor's date comes and sits down across from me and was just like giving his life story, whatever. He was like talking about how he like just gotten home from Europe in the military and like lived there for 3 years. Literally had nothing to say about it. Like when I tell you, world's most boring man, he had nothing to say about it. Like nothing about any of the countries he's been to. At one point, he was yelling at our friend Kristen about this bagel place in Queens that she needed to go to. I was like, you just spent 3 years abroad.
Wait. She was telling
Did she
us
go?
about that. No, she's like, he was telling me about this
yelling
bagel
at
place
her.
in Queens I need to go to, and she goes, I kept telling him I've been to it, and it sucks. And Kristen goes,
Oh.
I've never been.
She went, I had no clue what he was talking about. But
She was getting berated by him.
surprising that you say that, because the next day, every single person was like, he was so nice, like he had so many stories, and then I felt
He didn't
bad.
talk
I
to
didn't
me.
hear a single story, and you guys
Wasn't a hit in my book.
was not a hit in my book. You guys were like literally waiting in that bathroom line and in the bathroom forever, and I got nothing out of him except the bagel place in Queens. Then the second that Taylor comes back, he gets up and leaves. It was so funny. I was like, damn, these two hate each other. Anyways, that's my take.
Well, I feel like I did not speak to him all night. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
where the time went,
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I spent it.
You
Your
might
ass
not have
spoke to him.
spoken, but
No,
you did
shut
have
up.
a little special
Her
moment.
ass spoke to him.
At the secondary location.
Your ass had a gravitational
So
pull.
we went to a secondary location afterwards, and we're dancing around. And at one point, he grabs Taylor's hand, he spins her around. Taylor's now dancing on him. And almost immediately as Taylor's dancing on him, she turns to the rest of the group that's there and goes, help. Help me. So then we pull her away. We've pulled her to the other side. You're now on opposite sides of like the little circle we have. Like the gravitational pull. Your ass needed to go back on him. He didn't even grab you. You were just dancing on him again. And like clockwork, 2 minutes later, you go, help me. And again, pull you away, take you to the other side of the circle. You couldn't stay away.
I don't remember that at all.
I think you just miss human touch.
Touch starved.
Maybe.
The gravitational
I feel
pull of
that.
your ass is like the gravitational pull of my ass to my mattress. So then do you quickly want to like get to like the aftermath, like where you
Yeah.
guys are now?
Where have you netted out with your date?
I mean, we've texted here and there. He's asked me to hang out again, which, like, hang out. Like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah.
He did call me yesterday while I was taking a nap. Didn't answer. I texted him.
He cold called her, by the way.
Yeah.
Cold called her.
And I was just like, oh, we're going out. Like, because he was like, are we hanging out today? And
It's a crazy fucking way to ask someone out. Like, are we hanging out
and
today?
I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going out if you want to meet us. And he was like, okay, let me know where you are, gorgeous. That was my reaction.
Gorgeous.
And I was just like, oh, okay, I think we're going here. And then he said, okay, and that was it. That's the last I've spoken. So I don't know if
Think
he
it's
came.
Time to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're blocking him.
Yeah.
He's done.
Because, like, I was like, you know what? I'll give him a second chance. If he texts, like, even the other day, I was like, so how has your week been? Like, I've been busy. Like, I'm on a work trip. How's the academy? Like, blah, 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 blah. Nothing.
Yeah. Time to call it.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so you've obviously just put me into a box. Like, you want to just hang out.
Hang
Hang
out.
Because yesterday he was like, oh, yeah, I'm hanging out by myself, like, at my house. Like, I'd invite you here, but it's out of your way. Like, why would I go?
Parents' house?
Yeah. So I think we're done. I'm trusting my drunk self where I hated him.
In
That's
piss
called
truck.
your intuition.
Yeah.
Your gut reaction.
Yeah.
So Megan's date.
Megan's date.
date.
Megan's date, I gotta say.
I would like to talk about him.
No, I was so, when you said, oh, that's my date, I was like, good. He was
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah, he was a date.
And he was a date at the end
And
of
he
the
was
day.
definitely a date.
He was fine. He was nice. I don't have anything bad to say about him. We didn't click.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's that.
Yeah.
He was very sweet.
Would you
he was
ever
very
like
nice.
if like we were going out, would you ever like text him and say like, "Hey, do you want like some of your friends want to come meet us?" Like not even like a fun like friendly way.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I
you
thought
were-
he was very charming.
You were with him like the whole night. It seemed like you could have a conversation with
Yeah,
him.
unlike your first date at the date party where that was like obvious that there was no like socializing really going on. It seemed like you guys had a little bit of banter at least.
I feel like I talked to my first date more than I talked to him.
Really?
Your first date also brought people.
My first date could also talk to a brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to point out that Megan's date for the second date party was just a different flavor of my date from the first date party.
This one just
yeah.
didn't do ketamine.
He just didn't do ketamine.
That I'm aware of.
That we're aware of. Which I didn't realize until the next morning, and I was like, wait a second.
That's where I know him from.
That's where I know him. Which I thought
I've
that
seen
was
this
really
guy
funny.
before.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
So no contact after the. Didn't he text you?
Yes. He
Yeah.
messaged me because he said he had fun. He really liked meeting everyone. But before he had left the one night, the secondary location, he was like, I don't think you like me.
Wait, he said that in person?
He said
Yes.
that to her face.
And I said, I'm dancing.
"Oh my
We're at a
god,
club."
I didn't know that."
And I said, no. I said, actually, give me your number.
Oh.
So then I got his number and I didn't text him. And then the next day he messaged me on Hinge and he's like, I felt like I just had to be straight up with you.
Yes, I
Spelled
I
YA.
remember that.
That's why he said I felt like I had to be straight up with you.
Okay, see, I remember
Yeah.
him saying that, but I didn't know that.
The thing that's
And then
like
I'm
difficult.
I'm trying to be a better person, so I'm not just ghosting him. I'm not just unmatching him, which is
Yeah.
what I would have done in the past. So I gave him an explanation.
Good for
I
you.
said I thought you were very nice. I'm not looking for anything like that right now. Like, we could be friends.
It's just
And he
it's
said, okay.
it's
Yeah.
difficult because I understand that he wanted to be upfront, but also as a woman,
Yeah.
when a guy is so direct with you about something that is possibly a rejection, you
Yeah.
get scared for your safety.
Literally.
You don't know this person. You don't know if he's gonna get angry and try to hurt you. And I know that's a dark place to take your mind
No,
to.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's,
But
I
that
would
would-
never.
That would be my gut reaction. It's always better to say like no in the moment and communicate offline than risk your safety.
Or like when someone like asks you for your number and then you give it to them and they call you to make sure it's the right number.
That's,
Like that is scary ass shit.
That's
and
scary.
and then if you for whatever reason, like I always give them my number,
I
my
get-
actual
yeah.
number.
I do too.
But in like whatever situations you are, if it's not the right number, and it's like you literally you don't know what they're gonna do.
Oh my God. I've told this story, but that one time I gave that guy my house number. And then he's like, I'm calling you, make sure it's going through. And I'm like, I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't even worry. I got it.
I'm on Do Not Disturb actually,
Yeah.
so don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry. It went through.
Ick.
And he was like, okay. And I was like, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, you never know.
Never know.
Spooky.
Yeah, so he was like,
You want to talk about getting spooked?
Spooked.
I feel like you don't like me. And I went, no.
Let me give you my number just so.
No, I didn't give him my number. I said, actually, let me get your number.
Oh, you got his number. Okay.
I don't even know his last name. I haven't even checked to see what he put his contact in as.
He's just another J name.
Just another J named add to the pile.
Yeah.
So your date.
Anyways, so apparently I cheated and broke the rules.
But we were so supportive of it.
Thank you.
No, because we were all really excited to meet your date, who is
That's
also,
surprising.
if you want to introduce your segment,
My mensch of the week.
mensch of the week.
Wait, let me think of a song.
Oh yeah, cook it up.
Mama, 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 mensch of the week.
Mensch of the
The
week.
week.
Mensch of the week.
Mensch of the week.
That's it.
Slay. Yeah.
Speechless.
So my date, my NJB, if you will, because we all knew that I'd show up with a Jewish guy.
Give it.
Yeah. Was actually someone that I met on Birthright, which is apparently why I cheated, because I had met him before. Yeah. So
Dr. Branson.
Doctor.
Why don't know if she wants his name said?
Oh.
That's fine.
Okay.
He's one of our biggest supporters.
He is. Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Branson.
This is just a little shout out, if anything.
should
Yeah.
be honored.
So we had met before previously. We had a great time. I will say I would classify us in the section of the date party that was wifed up.
The buffers.
The buffers.
The
You
buff-
guys were
we
for
were-
sure buffers.
Yeah.
Always at the date party, never a buffer.
Yeah. I was a
Unfortunately.
buffer, and I will say that. It was everyone here's first time meeting him.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was fun because we've spent a little bit more time talking about him than we've talked about both of your dates. So you had a little bit more to play up in your head. But yeah, we had a great night. My little mensch. That's it.
Mama, 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 mensch of the week.
Mensch of the week. Mensch of the week. Mensch of the week. Good night.
Well, did he enjoy his trip here? Did you guys have fun?
All I'll say is just had a great night together.
Was it special?
Very special.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Magical.
I'm glad someone had a special magical
Magical
night.
even.
One of the four of us deserved a good date.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to call it back to Oz, but, you know,
Special magical.
true Riz King.
Yeah.
Gonna have to workshop that.
But yeah, I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you had a great time because
Thank you.
I realized my
one
date.
of the four of us deserved to have a good
Yeah.
date.
I had a
I
great
realized
night.
that my date
I had
was
an awesome night.
like talking to a wall where there was paint drying.
I didn't have a date. So
That too.
So our date party was originally planned for a different date. It was for the week before, and I had a guy who was coming, and he actually was bringing a friend too. So I had 2 dates. And then we had to move it out, and he could no longer come. And I'm someone who I'm not just going to invite anyone because I actually want to enjoy myself. And I was just getting all these like freaky little freaks on my feed. And I just decided like, all right, I'll just go alone. It's fine. And it was fine. I got to socialize with everyone's dates. I was a buffer in my own right.
Mm-hmm. We were on the watermelon margarita train that night that Danny was captaining.
No.
Danny was the captain of the the watermelon margarita express.
The what?
I did not.
I didn't hear anything about this.
Danny got like 8 people to order a watermelon margarita. He was like, "It's so good, you have to get
bet
one."
you
know
I
what?
wasn't
That's
on this.
classic Danny.
That's classic Danny. But okay, I'm not getting out of it. We said not last week, but last episode that we were all in our dating era.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting married in 2 years. I'm just in my dating era because I'm hitting my second peak. Okay, yeah. Y'all can be married in 2 years. Love has no timeline for me. But yes. So we're all in our dating eras, but I'm like in an actual dating era. I'm not in a marriage era right now. So, yes. And that's your right.
I want to be engaged in 2 years, not necessarily married.
Taylor would like to be pre-engaged right now. So
Pre-engaged.
congratulations on
And
your
your
pre-engagement.
pre-engagement. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to actually update my Hinge now. Like, let me put, like, the pictures of me that I've been taking and actually do my due diligence here. I just wanted to go on one date to make up for the date party. That night, I had about, not kidding, like 10 guys ask me out.
Slay.
But yeah, so guys, I'm gonna call it. I only had one installment, but I'm ending my sexless in the city segment.
Sounds like someone's not gonna be able to show up to the holiday party.
I'm not gonna be wifed up
Okay.
by then. I don't think.
I
I'll
hope
be.
I'm wifed up.
I hope
like-
Joe's the only one there.
I won't be
I
attending.
hope you're like a single host for the night.
Oh my god,
I'm not attending the holiday party.
I'm gonna
Ooh,
be.
yeah.
I'm gonna be the sexy single host of the holiday.
Oh my
party.
god, like Samantha when she hosts the party that she's not having a baby.
Oh my god.
Her
Yes.
anti-baby shower.
So, I mean, listen, if I can't attend the party, then great for me. But if not, also great for me because I'll be the sexy single host.
Mm-hmm.
That's that.
I will not be attending.
Okay.
I'm not.
putting it out
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
not
universe.
coming
I just
either.
knocked on
I'll
wood,
help
I'm
you
not
plan
going.
it. I'll make spinach and artichoke dip, but I'm not coming.
Okay.
I'll pregame it with you.
Yeah.
I won't be at the bar.
That's your right, ladies. But someone here's got to do
We
it.
will bring our dates and we will be adjacent
Someone.
to the party.
No.
Or we all go on a
We
triple
all
date.
got big coats and sunglasses.
Triple date. The 3 of us from the other side of the bar.
Someone here has to be the sexy single friend, and unfortunately, the burden is falling on my shoulders.
Oh God,
Yeah.
speaking of that, I just got asked for my Snapchat when we took our break before.
No,
Unhinged.
you say, ooh,
No.
sorry, I deleted Snapchat.
Yeah,
That's what I
That's
say.
what or I'm just gonna unmatch him at this
Say I
point because
deleted it
Yeah.
7 years
he's
ago.
only interested in me for my cat suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just think, we're in our dating era. There's going to be a lot of frogs till we get to our prince.
I'm going to
You
say
have to
this.
kiss a few frogs before you could suck the dick of your prince.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this. My new, philosophy on just living my life here is that one day when someone asks me, are you single? I'm going to say no. One day someone's going to ask
I'll get to
me,
delete Hinge.
do you have kids? I'm not going to be able to say no anymore. This is the time.
Okay, this baby making machine.
This is the time that I am single in my 20s, living in Manhattan, working my dream job. Why shouldn't I be doing everything that someone in that position would?
Yeah.
TV shows revolve around characters like that.
I think about that a lot when I'm stressed and I'm crying in the shower or something. And I'm like, oh God, you have to look at the perspective in 2 years or something. I'm going to want
When
this
you're going to
back.
be married.
Yeah.
When I'm married,
No.
I'm
And
gonna
And you're not
want
living with Taylor
this
anymore?
freedom I have.
Even.
Like,
I'm gonna want all this freedom I have right now back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna want
we are
all
so
of this
young.
back because I look even now. Like I look back to when I was 17. I'm like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
what was I doing?
We're so
God,
young.
you
Like,
know?
I feel old, and we are mature adult women, but we are also so young.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure.
I don't know about you guys, but I am.
But I just want to make sure I'm giving myself credit where credit is due. And I'm hot and I'm sexy, and there's
You're
no
sexy
reason.
and you know it.
I'm sexy and I know it. I'm tired of pretending like I'm not.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
If we're gonna leave you with one thing, shut the fuck up. If you're not excited about sucking their dick, they're not for you.
And that's why my jaw hurts.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We love you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Did you have something to say? You said
No.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we post a video. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Everything's linked down below. We love you. New episodes every Wednesday. Make sure you're rating us 5 stars. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.